Hello, good evening everybody watching this on YouTube and Facebook, and welcome to the record release party for Futuropoly EP that I released yesterday into digital stores, Spotify, Deezer, Bandcamp, you name it. And before I play through the LP or EP, actually, I hope it would be LP, but maybe later. I want to tell a bit about the songs and the album and the history of the tracks. And let's start with the first song, Sing to Me, which is the only vocal song there. And it's actually started as just basic idea with synthesizer sounds, maybe synthwave influenced. And then the melody happened, like usually happens to me, that whatever I do, the melody happens at some point. And I think the melodies has a bit of like Finnish melancholy, Finnish iskelmä melancholic feeling. And then the lyrics happened quite naturally for this song as well. I don't often do songs with lyrics, but usually when they happen sort of naturally, and this happened with this song as well. So the message is maybe, it's a bit difficult to say what is it positive or melancholy, is there still something like bad feeling, melancholic feeling at the end, but it's one thing that makes the song very interesting. And the title track, Futuropoly, has a very long history actually. It was first done for a game called AG Drive. And the AG Drive was a futuristic driving game, and it has had a really amazing team working on it, and lots of really talented people in the industry in Finland worked with the game, and I was happy to be part of it. And what happened with the music, that we did actually a very, very extensive soundtrack. And the soundtrack was produced by none other than Ari Pulkkinen, game composer you might know from Angry Birds team and lots of other stuff as well. For example, Housemarque games. And we actually worked one version of this track with Ari. And it might still be somewhere. Maybe one day we should actually find it somewhere when we met with Ari and drink a couple of beers maybe. Let's see. But in the end, this Futuropoly didn't end up in the game. But instead of that, another song I worked on made it into the game. But I liked this melody so much that I wanted to do one more version. And this is what you will hear in the album. And then Search, the final song, is something of a weird experiment actually. I tried to maybe to do something first that might resemble trance music or something, but always there is this melodic thing. So this kind of one quirky melody happened there, and in the end, it felt like it needs still something. And what I tried to do is piano, and I did this piano thing. The improvisation, I think it was a first take basically, and then that stuck. Maybe a bit of, or the actually the content of the music, maybe I replayed it and maybe tweaked it. But anyways, the piano playing was inspired remotely by one of these albums of David Bowie in the 90s. He had this amazing pianist called Mike Garson, and in the 90s records, I remember when we listened that back in time, and it was so funny when suddenly, like in this very drum and bass sound world with Bowie's 90s record, suddenly there is really epic piano playing and improvisations, and maybe this is a distant influence in this. And before we get into action, I'd like to thank everybody involved in this we have here today June, VJ June, working on this technological side of the stream, and we have VJ Annika working on the visual stuff. And also big thanks for Ville Solberg for designing this amazing art. And Daniel Hagström at Finvox for mastering. And if I forget somebody, then anyways, thanks to everyone who has helped. And thanks to Jerry for helping me with one small detail on the lyrics. All right. I think we should be getting ready to play.
I want to see the light that's